all nice and evenly spaced. They look pretty good to me. That one's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be there. There we go. And then this one needs to go over a little bit more. Perfect. All right, cool. So now we have some text. We have it moving in all separate like, which is nice. Something that I want to do, though, is I want to kind of fix this up a little bit more than what it is. I want to make the X come in last. So I'm going to go ahead and hit G to move this way over, about right there. So now the X comes in last. You can see, looks much cooler to me. And I also want to kind of smooth this out. So on the first letter, on frame 70, I want to hit G, X, move it over a little bit. I, location. Same thing with the E, move it up 10. G, E, G, X, I, location. And then the last one for the T, we'll hit G, X, location. All right, cool. Perfect. So now we have a bit of smoothing for this, but for the X, I want to do some more stuff. So right here, I want it to maybe hit on frame 90 at that spot, hit I, location. But then on the other frame, the second frame here, I want to move it down some, so it kind of smooths in. So GZ, sorry, and we'll move it down like that, hit I, location. Now when we play this, you can see the X kind of smooths up to the spot where it's supposed to stay at, which is nicer. Love it. Now we can hit Alt-H to unhide that plane, hit the material modifier tab, and then we'll just go ahead and hit new material, and we'll change this color to like a bluish color or whatever color you want to use. And then we'll select every single one of our letters by holding down Shift and left clicking all of them. And then we'll go ahead and hit Control L, materials. Now on whatever the last one we selected was, which is this T, I'm gonna go ahead and hit new, and then just change this this color to like a maybe we'll just leave it on white. Turn the saturation all the way up and the value all the way up, and now we can do the same thing again. So hold down Shift on all of these, hold down Control L, materials. Now they're all the same color. They will change with us, which is nice. All right, cool. So now we have that solid white color, which is nice. And now what you can do after this is really up to you. But what I want to do really quickly, this video is going to be 2 parts, maybe even 3. What I want to do really quickly is, as you can see, we have some more stuff that I can do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these letters by holding down Shift. And then in about 130, I want to hit G and then move them over just a little bit. Hit I, location. There we go. So they kind of move over a little bit, which is nice. And then I want to move the T over more. So the last letter I want to come in late. So move that keyframe we just made to 140 instead of 130. So now it looks like this. So the T kind of moves separately, and I want to do that some more. So let's move the X over and the T over another 10 keyframes. And now it should kind of have like this. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Sweet. So next thing I want to do is I want to make this come in and out. So hit Shift A, and we'll add in another plane. But instead, we'll hit RX 90. This plane's going to be above everything. So hit GY, to move it above everything. Even the the big holdout plane thing that we made earlier. So like that. And then we're going to select the same holdout shader material, which is this guy right here. So now it should be a nice little transparent cube in the middle of your face. And I want to go to approximately frame 120. Hit I, location. But we're also going to hit S to scale this up about the size of the blue rectangle we have here. Hit S to scale up just a little bit more than it. And then we might as well just scale it all the way up. Keep it a square. That's fine. What I want to do is actually, you know what? No, never mind. I know what I want to do. I want to select this holdout shader plane here that we have here. Hit Shift D to duplicate this, and right click to cancel that movement. Then hit GY to move it up a little bit above everything, like the same way we just did. And then hit S to scale it down just a little tiny bit. I'm sorry, S to scale it up just a little tiny bit. There we go. So now it's a little bit bigger than the actual rectangle we have, which is nice. On frame 120, I want to hit I, scaling. Then on 130, I want to hit S, Z, and scale it down approximately all the way, almost all the way. Then hit I, scaling. Now you can see the tops and the bottoms aren't big enough, so we're going to fix that right now. Hit Tab to go into edit mode, and then select this vertice, hold on Shift, grab that one, and that one. Then hit S, and then just tap Z, and then we'll just scale it up above the camera's view. Now Tab to go back out of edit mode. Now we should be all fine and dandy. And then on 160, I'll hit S, Z, 0, Actually, I can't do that. Actually, we have to do this like this. So with these vertices on the inside, hit tab, hold down shift to select all these vertices, even that guy right there. Hit S, and then we'll just go ahead and scale it down just a little bit more. Maybe something like, we'll do that. We'll do keyframes instead. We'll do the shape keys. So hit this, go to shape keys right here on object data tab. Double tap this little plus button right here. Hit tab to go into edit mode. Hit SZ 0, and then we can go ahead and go back out of that edit mode by hitting tab. Now you can see when I change the value of the key 1, you can see I can just scale that down completely. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hit on this value right here. Hold up my cursor over top of value, hit I, and then maybe on frame 180, turn it all the way up, hit I. Now we have something like this, which is nice, but it's kind of hard edge stopped. So we're going to go ahead and on a 160, I'm going to hit SZ to scale this even a little bit more, hit I, scaling. There we go. So now it kind of has like two different little animations there. The first one where it kind of stops and then it closes all the way. On the first one where it kind of stops, I want to, actually, I'm sorry, on the second one where it kind of stops, I want to rotate a little bit. So right here on 160, hit I, rotation, and then on 180, we'll hit RY, rotate like that, and then R, rotation. So now it kind of rotates away like that, which is nice. And we can do the same thing over here too, and then when it starts. So I'm going to select 180, hit Shift D, duplicate that, put it on 0. Then 160, I'll grab that one, Shift D, put that one on 10. And then 130 here, I'll put Shift D, and I'll put that on 20. 120, I'll put that on 30. So now we have something like this. Which you can see we need to do a little bit of things too, because we can see these letters down here. So I'll hit tab, and then double tap everything. So double tap A to select everything. S, and then double tap Y, like that. Just scale it up just a little bit. And then we have something that looks like this now. So we still need to fix that up right there though, because we need to scale that. So S, double tap Y once again. Scale it up a little bit. Hit I, scaling, which is nice right there. And now you can see we cannot see the stuff we don't need to be seeing other than this little bit of the text down here. These text objects need to move up a little bit, so we'll grab these, hit I to hide this big plane that we just were doing. There we go. With these text letters, I'm going to select all these since we can still see them a little bit. And I'm going to turn my overlays on. There we go. So the text objects, they are not behind the holdout plane that we have here. So I'm going to hit G, Y on the holdout plane and move them just a little bit behind it, just so we can't see them, which is nice. Now, if we play this, you can see that we cannot see the letters when they come in. So hit Alt-H to unhide that plane. Now, there we go. So we can see that we now have a really cool animation that we cannot see the parts we don't want to see. And it's this nice little cube, nice little rectangle, cool animation, different types of animations in this one. So many different types of animations in this one. Hope you, ladies and gentlemen, enjoyed it. That's going to be it for today's tutorial. I'm going to hit 190 as the end frame for this. So now it comes in from nothing and goes out to nothing. Very, very cool stuff. You can do so many different variations of this. Just really, really cool stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. But until then, bye-bye.